Good afternoon, diehards. Thursday, Celtics take on Phoenix tonight as they continue their West Coast trip. They lost the other night to the Nuggets on Monday night, 115-107, and they also lost on a buzzer beater by Victor Oladipo, so they're 0-2 on their road trip. Offensively, a lot of people are criticizing the Celtics because they're really struggling out the gate offensively. Now, they're averaging 4 to 5 to 6 guys a night with double figures, so I don't know how you can really bang them too bad offensively. They play a Phoenix Suns team that's young. They're 2-8, but their record is deceiving. The Suns have 5 guys averaging double figures, and collectively that shows you that they have a lot of options at the offensive end. Number 1 pick DeAndre Ayton is averaging 15.9 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, 10.9 rebounds per game, and 3.4 assists per game. So he definitely looks like the bona fide top pick that they made. Devin Booker, their scorer, 24.8, 4.3, 6 assists per game. Those two guys are their bread and butter. Booker, as we all know, I think it was 2 years ago, he had 70 points at the Garden in a game where, he took about 70 shots, but he ended up walking out of the Garden in a loss with 70 points. The Suns are giving up a minimum of 100 points per game. That's where they're struggling. They're having a lot of problems defensively. And whether they correct that tonight or not, I don't know. This is a nice must-win game for the Celtics. The Celtics are in a position right now where they're 6-4. They're in the middle of the pack in the Eastern Conference, and things will start to develop and unravel as we get further down in the season. But for right now, I think you really need to take this game and win it. First of all, you don't have a win on this road trip. You're 0-2. You still got Portland and the Jazz after this. So you win tonight, you still got a chance to walk out of the 5-game trip 3-2. Listen. Kyrie Irving had 31 against the Nuggets in a loss. He's starting to pick up his game a little bit better. Gordon Hayward's still on a minutes restriction. Jaylen Brown's got a foot injury he's playing through. I want to see Marcus Smart get more minutes. And I've been hammering this home since the first game of the season. I don't care that Marcus Smart doesn't score 30 a night. I don't need him to do that. He does the little things well, fundamentally, that I love as a basketball fan. I love watching his game. I love his intensity. I love his attitude, even though he's a little bit of a loose cannon. I think that those things add up to being a winning team, or being a part of a winning team. Smart is probably the best at taking charges. I mean, I've seen a lot of guys, keep their defensive block, is what you would call it, the ability to block somebody driving to the hoop. He has mastered the skill of taking a charge. And a lot of times, a guy will drive to the lane, Smart will plant his feet, maintain his ground, and the ball's going back the other way with the Celtics getting the ball on an offensive foul. So I do want to see Smart get some more minutes. I think tonight is a perfect game they've had a couple of days off. They've probably been in Phoenix since at least Tuesday night, I would say. Get after it, win it. Couple other things to watch. TJ Warren, a pretty good shooter for Phoenix. He's averaging 13.6. Trevor Ariza still playing some pretty good ball, even at his long, illustrious career. He's won some titles. 10.5 points per game, 5.6 rebounds per game, and 3.5 assists per game. So Ariza across the board is still getting it done, even at, in his mid to late 30s. Isaiah Cannon, 10 points per game. He's somebody that I'm actually not too familiar with, but I believe it's his second year, or he might even be a rookie, to be honest with you. Josh Jackson, everybody remembers who he is, the kid that didn't want to come to the Celtics, was public about it. He's averaging 7.4, 2 assists per game. And Mikal Bridges, another one of their first-round picks this season, is averaging 7.1 points per game. Tyson Chandler, backup center, averaging 5.6 boards per game. Collectively, the Celtics should bury these guys. But what they did against Indiana and what they did against the Nuggets is they're playing down to the level of competition that they're playing against. Tonight, let's get out in front, let's get after it, and let's win this thing. I'll check in with you after the game as the Celtics take on Phoenix. It's a late one, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Hopefully they can get their 7th win of the year and end this 2-game losing streak.